And welcome everyone to the season finale of
No,
it's gonna end the whole summer. You guys don't get to argue about anything. Hey, you know what? Welcome to what is absolutely the biggest story in Super Bowl 52. It was big. We're all going to devote the entire show to this. As a matter of fact, we got the entire crew. Who brought him in and where did he come from?
Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, no question about it.
Come on, man.
Phil Simms, Boomer Esiason, Brandon, we don't know whether he went back to Dubai, but he's back here. And you know what? The guy who sweated the most barely made it into the Hall of Fame. Last door knocked on. How many votes did he get in by?
I don't know. It is very slim margin.
And
that's what I heard.
Pete Radovich wanted me to say this. We finally have a Hall of Famer on the show. That will be none other than Mr. Ray Lewis.
Nice, good job,
Ray.
Right about it. Absolutely. My God.
Good stuff.
And
that was nice.
We always start off with what do we learn? You were the only one to pick who to win the game?
I just picked the Eagles. I thought they had a good chance of winning, Phil.
Yeah.
You wanted to say that?
And, you know what? It's a good thing it's the last show.
Last
so
show,
my
Phil.
arm can heal during the offseason.
Talk to me, though. Talk to me about
Ray,
the Eagles.
It was just your week, man. You go to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
you
man.
finally picked the game right in the playoffs.
Hey, but even your colleagues up in the booth, NFL players, thought you had lost your mind.
Everybody thought I was crazy when I'm just telling them about the Philadelphia Eagles. I just think, honestly, what did we learn? I think they had one of the most balanced football teams going into this game. You know, I'm talking about offensively and defensively.
Yep.
But if you think about this, right, stay the course. Stay the course, right? Brady's going to make plays. That's one thing about it. But with a veteran mentality, where those guys came from, they stayed the course the whole game. There were certain plays that they were getting beat, and they would look at each other and say, look, we good, right? And in crucial moments, their defensive line came up. But it's one thing I wanted to really tell you guys, right? 300 million people have played this game. 300 million. 100 million. 300 million people has played this game. 318 are in the Hall of Fame. I'm number 315 that made it in the Hall of Fame. 174 are living. All I'm going to tell you is what happened this weekend for me. God is the most amazing thing I've ever believed in my life. Because to join that fraternity was the most amazing thing ever. So what did we learn? I learned I got a new family.
There you go,
you
man.
do have a good family. You know what I learned?
What you learned?
You know, defense doesn't win championships. I like everybody said that. All those defensive players should get their check back. That was brutal by these defenses this week. And if I were on that field, or Phil were on that field, or you were on that field, that is like a playground for an offensive player. If I would have told you that one of the teams would have had 3 guys over 100 yards receiving, one of the teams would have had over 100 yards rushing, one of the teams would have had a quarterback throw for over 500 yards and not even punt and lose the game, how the Patriots didn't score 60 points is beyond me.
Yeah.
Wow.
It really is beyond me. That's how bad that defense was.
I would have loved to have been out there. But anyways, never made it to a Super Bowl, but now I get a chance to make it to Canton. So I thank you, man. I just need a first-class ticket. I don't need a suite in the hotel. Just get me a room, king-size bed, and I'll be good. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I got you.
Congratulations.
Well, first off, go ahead. You keep going.
The second thing I learned, there's one guy, every single Super Bowl Sunday that Brady's a part of it, there's one guy that outshines Tom Brady. You know who that is? Eli Manning. Eli Manning had the best commercial of the day. Yes. Unbelievable. The dirty dancing, the best move was when he did the hair like this. Oh, you got Odell sitting back and it's like, I love you. Unbelievable commercial.
How come they didn't invite you in that commercial? You're on the Giants.
Hey, man, you know, hey, I've fallen.
Well, you know, you must have went to an award show. You still got the velvet jacket on. That looks good. And, you know, we finally have a Hall of Famer here on the set, so that is great, Ray, because we got to overcome the fact that we sure don't have a Hall of Famer producer.
Oh, my God.
His name would be Pete Radovich, and don't cut this out of the show because he's always saying smart things in people's ears. You know, I sat down Sunday, couldn't wait to watch the Super Bowl game, and what broke out was an Arena League football game.
That's right.
That's what broke out. But here's what happened. We had 2 teams with really good offenses with good systems. Then, not only we do that, we give them 2 weeks to prepare. And now they get all those extra plays in. They're rested. Gadgets, tricks, whatever, new plays that you haven't seen before. Yep. And then you take the emotion of the defense, over-emotional, overplay, and they make it easy for the offenses. And I think that's one of the reasons why we saw so much scoring and the defense has
Hey,
struggled
JB,
so much.
I just want to say one other thing. Good for Nick Foles to win the MVP because he really played exceptionally well, reading all the defenses, making all the key throws when the game was on the line, so good for them.
All right, folks, let's get to the highlights. Super Bowl 52, a matchup of the dynasty versus the underdogs. And our outstanding colleagues at NFL Films captured the biggest game of them all as only they can. And we kick off our special coverage with the offensive fireworks display that was the first half.
Tom Brady casts a large shadow over the Super Bowl.
The Patriots are certainly no strangers to the Super Bowl setting. They're making their 8th appearance in the last 17 seasons, led by Tom Brady. The Eagles are trying to end an NFL championship drought that's lasted as long, essentially, as the Patriots franchise has been in existence.
It's been a long time coming, but the Eagles were looking for their day in the sun.
Coach, hey, congratulations. You too. Thank you so much.
Like trying to find a game where you were behind. I couldn't find one.
There's plenty.
It's a hell of a year.
Yeah, thank you very much. You too. You too.
Yeah, it's been good.
Tell you what, you get through this week, man, you're like, huh, finally, there's a game somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Cool. That's why you're here, man. Yep. All right, lead them. We all here for a great. Let's get it. That's it, baby. I love you. Good luck to you. Love you.
It's simple. Yeah. Be yourself. Don't make it no bigger than it is, man. That's all it takes. Y'all want to be world champs? Y'all want to be world champs? Yeah. Hey, well, guess what? All it takes is give everything you got. Everything that you got for 60 minutes. Yeah. That's all that stands between you and immortality. The end they're going to ask, how'd y'all do it? How'd y'all make it through the adversity? How'd y'all stick together? Man, we had it the whole time. We've been the best team in this league from start to finish. They just found it out. Yes, so show the whole world today, man. Give it everything you got for 60 minutes, and that's it.
Congratulations, sir. We're made for this. Enjoy it. Enjoy this day.
Hey, they told me I could only give this speech once in a lifetime. But we back, fellas. But in this moment, before you come out to take the field, take a moment. Think about everybody who bust their butt for you to get here, who dug into you. I love y'all. Tonight we play for each other. And one more time. Now let's play.
There is a game sometime tonight, right?
Time to go, fellas.
The greatest underdog story in Philadelphia sports history is a work of fiction. In Super Bowl 52, the Eagles had a chance to change that.
Go.
If they could KO the champs.
Tonight, 180. What's up? Go.
Philadelphia and New England started the game by trading field goals. Then, they began trading big plays.
180. What's up?
On first down, Foles fakes. He's back. He steps up. He is going deep. And it is caught by Alshon Jeffrey for a touchdown. What a catch.
A little play action, and after that big run, they immediately go up on top, and they get the big one to Alshon Jeffrey. He goes up over Eric Rowe, and he takes the football away.
Malcolm Butler, 2 straight series, not out there on the field, but they are picking on Eric Rowe.
All day, baby. All day.
Go, baby. Hey, what's up, Go? What's up, Go? What's up, Go?
Let's go.
What's up, Go?
The greatest of all Super Bowl shootouts was underway, featuring the most yards gained of any game in NFL history. So many plays were made, the missed ones began to stand out.
And he comes down short of the first down marker. Gostkowski will attempt a 26-yard field goal from the near hash. Cardona's snap is low. Allen has to reset it. Gostkowski's kick hits the left upright. No good. A disastrous turn for the Patriots on that possession.
Here we go, 2-7. That's your name in stone right now. Let's go.
Tom drops back under pressure. Throws it downfield for Cooks, who's open at the 40. Curls back to the inside. Drilled by Malcolm Jenkins.
Brandon Cooks would not return, leaving Bill Belichick one reliable pass catcher short.
Snap to Brady. Again to James White. Pitches it back to Danny Amendola. He throws a lob to Brady. Off his hands. Incomplete.
He's got to catch that.
Beautifully orchestrated. A reverse and a lob off the hands of Brady, running down the right side by his lonesome.
Come on, Tom. Come on, Tom.
You keep hitting number 12. Keep hitting it. Keep hitting number 12.
In this battle of David versus Goliath, Nick Foles' slingshot continued to hurl true.
Takes the snap. He is firing down the far side. Caught by Alshon Jeffrey. He comes right back to Blunt. Blunt across the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. The train is in the end zone.
You can't execute it much better than this.
Boys, just do it, all right? One play at a time.
Philadelphia had landed some blows.
Got him.
But Goliath hadn't fallen just yet.
Double move.
White in the backfield. Brady gives to White. Runs up the middle. Sprints to the 20. Tackle at the 10, angling left to the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots!
Boy, how things can change.
Oh, for sure, bro. We good. Hey, we're good. Play lights out. Just keep it up. Yes, sir.
Point after try by Gostkowski. The snap in the spot from the left hash. The Gostkowski kick is no good. He hooked it left.
Let's go right down and put this thing in there, all right? Keep going right at him.
Snap to Foles. Throws a lob down the right side. Wheel route for Clement. Makes the catch past Richards. Runs away left to the 40. Brought down by Chung. Inside the 10.
First and goal became fourth and goal.
K-ball, K-ball, K-ball. We're going for it right here. We're going for it right here. Never mind, regular ball. Watch Foles, boy. Fourth down, regular ball, man. Just keeping the offense in. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Here we go. Hold on, hold on.
Hey, going for it. Philly special. Ready?
Foles in the gun.
Here we go, here we go.
Clement to his right.
Tonight.
Now lines up behind Foles.
Kill.
Foles
Lane.
moves to the right. It goes directly to Clement. Reverses it. The pass goes into the end zone. And it is a touchdown by Nick Foles.
Eagles with a trick play.
Let's go. Let's go. Woo!
It went to Clement, who gave it to Burton, and Burton threw the pass.
The surprising element is Nick Foles being on the end of the pass.
Yeah, well, he can catch better than Brady. We found that out.
It's like Madden for real. Everybody breaking hella big plays.
Bro, it's all, we only down 10 points with another half to go, bro. We're straight.
You know, it seems like that it's an unwritten rule that the Patriots must be trailing at halftime in a Super Bowl game. And in fact, they were. They trailed by 10 points, but the Eagles were flying so high. Look, composure, confidence, pedal to the metal, and Philly.
Yeah, Philly special actually is what the play is called. And you can hear Nick Foles talking to Doug Peterson on the sideline and saying, should we do it? And let's go do it. and they did it on 4th and 1 in the biggest spot in the game, and basically caught the Patriots totally off guard. The one thing I will say about the first half, and I was doing the game on Westwood 1, I said I could not believe the amount of missed tackles by both defenses in the first half of this game. It was embarrassing, actually. I was just like, I've never seen defensive players miss so many tackles.
No, listen, I've never seen it either, Boom. But I tell you what, when you talk about that play, this is what I was talking about to beat New England. You have to have a player-driven team from the field, right? So Nick goes to his coach and says, no, coach, I got it. Let's do this. That's because he understands the feel of the game.
And give Peterson credit for saying, okay.
100%. Now I'm going to ride with my player who's out there in this fire in one of the biggest plays of the game. And that's what, when you talk about beating New England, you have to have those type of plays. This is why I thought about Matt Patricia's defense. It always had holes in it. That's the number one communication things you're communicating. You bring Nick Foles to the end of an offensive line to seal block. Who is Nick Foles going to seal block? He's not there. That is one of the most unfamiliar spots you'll ever see a quarterback in. Yeah. So you're communicating that across the board.
Well, you
there
just
was
said
not
it.
one
Did you see that the moment that it was
happening? The moment it happened.
Hey.
I mean, I think this whole segment should be dedicated to Philly special. I mean, it may not be the greatest play in Super Bowl history, but it definitely was the boldest.
Why was it so big for the layperson?
It's the Super Bowl. You're right. It's 4th down, kick the field goal. That's playing conservative. That's what 75, 85% of everyone would have done. But this guy stood on the table and he listened to Nick Foles, and I think that's important, because everyone thinks, oh man, Coach Whitford, he called a 4th down. Twice he did this, he did that.
And that's what I'm saying. They came there with the mentality. When you play against New England, people always make that one mistake that costs you. These Philly played to win the football game.
Brandon?
But that was the message all week.
Yes,
the message
absolutely.
all week was we're going to play for 60 minutes.
Yes.
And that's a sign of a great team when it's a trickle-down effect. When the message goes from the head coach in his office and down to the locker room where the players start saying it. And that was a great example when Nick Foles go and say, Coach, what do you think? Let's call it. He says, let's do it.
I don't know what they call it in New England, but New England did not complete the pass to Tom Brady. He was open. He was there. The play call was there. Everything was fine. It just didn't happen.
Brady special.
Yeah, right,
he
dropped
Brady
the ball.
Special, whatever you want to call it. But that didn't happen there. But it did happen for Philadelphia. I will say this. The one thing that I took out of that first half, I was like, where in the world is Rob Gronkowski?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Yeah.
He's a guy that they have actually had trouble covering in the previous games against Evan Ingram, against Travis Kelce, guys like that. And I'm just wondering, where is Rob Gronkowski?
But if you ask that question, another big question, where was Malcolm Butler?
Well, could I answer something? I would like to do that. That'll be nice. Yes.
Brandon, what do you think, Brandon?
First off, all year long after the Seattle game, Doug Peterson made it a point, I will never pull back, because he pulled back in that game and it cost him the decision. Yeah. I think most people were sitting there, Brandon, and on that 4th down play going, you have to go for it. All I was doing screaming is, please don't run it up the middle. That was one thing. The first half, Tom Brady was terrific. TV did him misjustice. He was throwing the ball great. He was taking punishment. The Philadelphia defensive line was getting there. Josh McDaniels designed a game plan that was absolutely spectacular. And here's one play that ended in no points. There's Amendola in the slot. And we talk about pressure on the quarterback, what to do. Watch him as he goes up the sidelines. It's a gimme touchdown. Brady's flushed out of the pocket. He throws it short. There's a tackle. So what happens later? Tom Brady in that same drive drops the pass, and then on 4th down has an open wide receiver again that might score, but he has to get rid of it quick because of the pressure of the Philadelphia defensive line. So even though they didn't get the sacks, they were around him. They caused him to miss him.
So now we're back to the point. Defense does win championships.
No, it doesn't.
Well, how does it?
It does. Wait. My last thing is, you've got to mention this. Malcolm Jenkins in the first half and the second half was spectacular. He was everywhere. He took James White out of the passing game. He covered Gronk. He knocked Brandon Cooks out. Not saying that was a great thing, but he was everywhere.
It was a clean play.
It was a clean play. Bobby Boucher. You left that question about Malcolm Butler.
Well, I wanted to get to that.
You know what?
Yes,
we'll come to it again a little later. I know my guys aren't backing away from this.
No.
So I want to find out about that.
What's that say right there?
Hold on one second, Phil. Tom may have been terrific, but the offense wasn't. Everyone's throwing out the numbers and all these yards. He was 17 for 31 at one point in the first half. What I'm thinking when I'm laying on the couch watching this game was there was no rhythm. There was no rhythm.
Well, you know what?
Finally, in the second half, they start putting it together.
You know what? It's hard to get rhythm when these big guys are hitting.
When they hit you.
Yes.
But everyone's saying,
That's
oh,
the value.
they were
But no, he did.
They were awesome.
Back
They were
to
awesome.
Super Bowl 52 action. The squads returned to the field with the Eagles up by 10.
that's
But
right.
did anyone really think that Tom Brady and Bill Belichick wouldn't find a way to stage another championship comeback? Well, they came close, but the underdog Eagles had other ideas. The second half highlights.
Yeah, it's all about statistics with Brandon.
Turning the lights out on a champion is a monumental task. When things get dark, Tom Brady and the Patriots are at their best. Rob Gronkowski had just 1 catch in the first half. He had 4 in the opening drive of the second.
It's a mismatch right now for Jim Schwartz. Graham can't cover Rob Gronkowski one-on-one.
Backs up. He throws to the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Gronkowski! And the Patriots strike first in the second half.
The unstoppable Rebel force is back.
I can't cover you, man. Just get your legs back, get fresh.
All right, offense, we got a new answer.
Second and 10. Goes back again. He's looking. He's looking. He's pumping. He is going deep. And is it a touchdown? I'm awaiting the signal.
It is.
It is touchdown. Touchdown to Clement.
Well, not how we drew it up, but it worked. Great throw.
What a great throw by Nick Foles. He's done it time and time again.
Was Clement inbounds when he made the play?
The ball, it's moving. Wait. Ooh, the ball
is
moved.
moving. The ball was moving before the second
He's out.
step with the left foot.
Let's go to that angle, Al, and let me look at that first foot now. You know which one I mean? This back one, the left there. That's all control. That's all control, babe. That's all control, big guy. I agree with you 100%. After review, the ruling on the field stands. It is a touchdown. It's stuck, it sticks here, and then it goes there, but it never loses control. Is there a little ball movement? Yes, but that does not deem loss of control. You know, it goes from here, sticks on the forearm, right back to the hand, touchdown.
About that time now. Let's go. Let's go.
Having lost Brandon Cooks, Chris Hogan became Tom Brady's wide receiver of choice.
He throws it down the right side for Hogan. He's open. He leaps. He catches. He tumbles into the end zone.
Better keep scoring, Philly, because number 12's back again. But what a route by Chris Hogan. Completely turning the safety around.
It goes away. Great route.
And we're not getting enough rush out of a 4-man rush. So, I think just let it go, and see if we can get some pressure on him and, force a bad play.
180! What's that?
The Patriots defense delivered a timely stop. The Eagles settled for a 42-yard field goal.
The kick is away. It's got the distance. And the kick is good. And the Eagles double their lead.
We have to have more physical rushes. We got to have more power rushes. Well, this guy going to have all day to throw the ball, and he going to wear our ass out. I'm just telling you.
Patriots have never led, but that could change on this drive. The Eagles have had virtually no pressure on Brady this entire game.
A lob toward Gronkowski. Left. Reaches out. Extends. Makes the grab as he dives to the pylon. Touchdown, Patriots.
He managed to get it to Gronkowski. Again. And the Patriots, for the first time in this game, take the lead.
We good.
As the Eagles' defense have had no answers.
All right, we good. Hey, you good.
Hey, it ain't got to be pretty. We searching for one stop. Let's go.
They cannot stop us. No, they can't. What's your thought process right now?
All right, we're going to run it. We're scoring a touchdown.
180! What's that?
To beat the Patriots, you have to take their best shots and stay aggressive.
It's going to be 4th down and a yard and a half.
Let's go for it right here. Go for it right here.
Shotgun snap to Foles. Pressured by Flowers. Throws it to Ertz. He makes the catch for a first down at the 47. Eagles convert again on 4th down.
Empty backfield. 4 receivers right. Back goes Foles. Fires. Slant. Touchdown! Zach Ertz. He caught it. He bobbled it. He never let it drop. And he finished with the football. Eagles have a 5-point lead with 2:21 remaining in regulation.
Let's go. Hey, G. Hey, strip him. Let's go. Strip him.
Let's go. One drive, finish this thing, baby. You're world champ. You're world champ. All right?
Everything you got. Everything you got.
Ready to go, boys. Trying to be great.
The Eagles are 2 minutes and 21 seconds away from winning a Super Bowl. But there's a man by the name of Tom Brady who will have something to say about that.
Hey, defense is going to get us a turnover. Y'all be ready to go. We're about to get a turnover. Let's get ready to roll.
If ever there were a time for this defense to rise to an occasion, and I mean that historically, it is tonight.
Edges are going. Yep. One play at a time, bro. We're just looking for a stop.
Come on, guys.
It is 2nd down and 2. Brady back again. He steps up his head. He fumbled it. And he fumbles the football, and the Eagles have it.
Fumble, get it! Get it! Get it! Let's go! Let's go! Hold on, let's go. Hey, hold on.
The hit, Brandon Graham.
When you needed him, he came through. Brandon Graham rips the football out of the hands of Tom Brady. They finally hit Tom Brady, and Barnett comes up with the football.
Oh, there is that turnover we prayed for.
And the Patriots have only one timeout.
With 2:09 remaining to be played.
Hey, come here. I want y'all, come here. Hey. I love you guys, first off.
Yeah.
Second, let's blow them off the ball, get a first down, and finish this thing. What's that?
The Eagles did not get a game-clinching first down, but 3 straight runs left New England without a timeout.
Love you too, bro. Let's finish this thing. Let's finish it.
We have 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. Here is a 46-yarder to give the Eagles an 8-point lead. The kick is away, and the kick is gone!
The biggest kick in Jake Elliott's life, right there.
Hey, finish it. Finish it. I know you do.
With just over a minute left, the Patriots had to go 91 yards. But they also had Tom Brady, who would finish with a Super Bowl record 505 yards passing.
Come on. Sack him and finish it.
Brady, he's back in the pocket. He throws it right for Gronkowski, makes the grab. He runs it upfield, and then he angles wide. He's clipped down, but he gets out of bounds.
I've been praying all game, bro. I'm praying all game. Glory to God. Big juice.
9 seconds left. Brady lines them up.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
What a game. Eagles by 8.
60 yards in the air to the goal line.
All right, they're going deep. They're going deep.
Brady, he's back again. He steps up. He's hit. He stumbles. He is throwing it deep for the end zone.
He throws deep downfield. Gronk is there at the goal line.
And it is batted around.
is flying, you want to run to the confetti. You don't want to be the guy walking away from it. We are bringing the Lombardi Trophy to Philadelphia.
We did it! We did it! Fletch! World champ, baby.
World champ, man.
Love you. Hey,
Congrats, brother.
I love you, man.
I love you too, bro.
Hey.
I love you too, bro. We did it, man.
We did it. Congratulations, man.
Congrats, bro.
Congratulations.
So happy for
Let's
you.
enjoy it.
Yeah. Enjoy it.
Time to celebrate, baby. Hey.
Say hi to Doug. This is Lily.
Hey. Just checking it all out.
She has
Checking
no
it out.
idea.
No idea.
Someday, like every child in Philadelphia, Lily Foles will know the story of a town and a team that erased decades of frustration in one magical night. Underdogs no more. The Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champions.
Congratulations. Oh, baby. Unbelievable. Wow.
Oh, my God.
Well, talk about role reversal.
Wow.
Philadelphia stayed aggressive, and you pointed out that sound. Foles said, I've been praying for this all along. He told the guys in the huddle, quarterbacks, I love you first. And you kept screaming about all the communication that was going on, such as?
Malcolm Jenkins. It's one thing about a leader in that situation where everything is crazy, the touchdown pass he called on you, oh, this Tom Brady thing coming back. And he said, we all right. Because they were there for a fight. They were there to know. They have witnessed what Brady has done in the last 3, 4, 5 to Atlanta last year. They know what that looks like. But I'm telling you, when you see Nick Foles' confidence, saying, they ain't not going to stop us. We know they can't stop us. Guess what defense saying? All we need is one play. Remember, all we're trying to do is play to the whistle, to the last whistle. And veteran teams always have that one guy. Listen, I'm telling you, Malcolm Jenkins is that guy.
How impressive was Nick Foles, period, even more so as we were listening to him?
Well, he's great. That's just who he is. And, you know, he's not a guy, everybody goes, oh, how is he going to get along with Carson Wentz next year if they're both on the team? I said, don't worry. Nick Foles is going to handle it great. He's going to be Carson Wentz's biggest supporter to get him well, to help him do well. But he was extremely impressive. And kind of go back to what Ray was talking about. You know, Nick Foles was the MVP of the game. He deserved it. But, you know, we got to start giving out a defensive MVP in the Super Bowl every year, too.
No, why not?
Because I know. Because Malcolm Jenkins was that guy.
The MVP.
Man. When they did stop New England, which was virtually impossible, they did pressure Tom Brady because there were people open on almost every play. Even the last drive of the game, when Tom Brady was trying to make that miracle comeback, the first play he gets hit and has to throw it away. There's a guy wide open, you know, that he couldn't get the football to. And my last thing is Malcolm Butler. Listen, if you think that wasn't a big part of the game, then I don't know what to say to you. Malcolm Butler not being a corner changed the roles for so many people. They didn't know what to do with Nelson Aguilar in the slot. It was Chung. It was Rowe. It was Batamosi came in there one play, missed the tackle. So,
and Richards.
So Jordan Richards, the running back. So Malcolm Butler not being there was a big deal.
Would you guys understand that as players? I understand that the coach runs the show. Would you guys understand that?
That's a good question.
I would, you know, we have our locker room, and then the coaches have their little separate locker room. I would have walked in there and said, not today, coach. Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
the thing that I take away from this game, you know, Chris Wilson, the defensive line coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, he is imploring his guys, bull rush, bull rush. We got to get a rush. Come on, guys, we got to get a rush, because we all sat there, those of us who were at the game, watching the game. Tom Brady early on in the game was getting hit. There was no question about that. One of the reasons why he was inaccurate in the first, and he had those inaccurate numbers. But in the second half, man, they came out and they won 75, 75, 75. Guys were wide open. There was no pass rush. And you talk about one defensive play, yes. They got the one defensive play from Graham. Barnett gets the fumble. But even with all of that, they still had to come up with another defensive play on the Hail Mary. So it was not a great defensive game for either team.
Let me give our colleague over the NFL today, Bill Cowher, some credit, because he said early in the season, just because the ball moves doesn't mean it's a no catch. You can have it move and still maintain position. So to our wide receiver, you got the ball. Why?
We finally got it right. I mean, those were the biggest plays of the game, and it was the no calls, right? In the regular season, those calls would have been reversed. We got it right. There was no way that the NFL was going to let this dictate the game, these two plays. Those are catches. So I'm so thankful that we finally got it right, and I'm so thankful that this offseason we're going to change the catch rule.
So, I mean,
because that's a catch. Ertz catch the slant.
Yep.
Now, I demonstrated this a couple weeks ago. He caught it. 1, 2, 3, dives. The ball moves. And then we got our buddy, Chris Collinsworth, used to sit in one of these seats, say, oh, I would reverse that. No, that's a catch. He made a football move and the ball didn't move.
He's a runner now. He's
correct.
Not
Can I just say one thing?
Correct.
There's one thing that you said that I agree with. I think
One thing?
Well, no. In the regular season, they may have changed the running back, Corey Clemens touchdown. They may have changed that in the regular season. The Ertz one, I think, was clear for all of us that he was clearly a runner. And that's the thing that troubles me a little bit, that the playoffs were played differently when it came to replay for some reason.
Had to. This has been a dark cloud over our league for 4 or 5 years. They had to let that stand.
But Steratore really did explain that one perfectly, because the ball rolled on his arm. It was still possessed.
Well, he made it roll. See, that was the key. He shifted the ball.
But how many decisions were made during the regular season where the ball moved?
Yeah.
Okay,
So, but my point
moved
being is that I'm thinking, I agree with Brandon. I think in the regular season, Corey Clemens' touchdown pass would have been ruled an incomplete pass if we put the same, scrutiny to that play as we did during the year. So something changed in the NFL during the playoffs.
It's called the playoffs.
That's right. Well, whatever it was, but somebody
called it right.
Well, we know the Super Bowl, of course, is much more than a game. It's a full-on American extravaganza, and who better to go behind the scenes at the Super Bowl than E! News correspondent Erin Lim. Here's part 1 of her report.
What's up, guys? Erin Lim here to give you a behind-the-scenes look at Super Bowl 52. So let's go have some fun. Guys, check it out. This is Radio Row.
Me being young and being around these guys is like, I get like starstruck. I'm like, hey, dude, like, oh, that's so-and-so.
Yeah.
At the same time, like, it is a fun experience.
I just saw you dancing over there. What's your favorite dance move right now?
I like this, and then you swing your arms.
I can't even do it. It's too wild for me.
You just don't care. It's pretty wild.
All right, look who I just stumbled upon. It's Jamal Adams right here inside the Mall of America. And guess what we're about to do?
What?
We're about to go on that big roller coaster.
Oh, shuckies. Are you going to close your eyes?
I might be having my eyes closed, yes.
No, you can't close your eyes.
So your eyes are going to be open.
Eyes going to be wide
I'm going to take the plunge, everyone.
Oh, my God, get me
Are your eyes open?
Yeah, I've been open. I'm good. We're good.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. Yeah, that drop is no joke.
And obviously, I got the invite to the hottest event in town. It's the Direct TV party. I'm going to talk to some players and celebs, so let's go see who we can find. Oh, it's Mia. Good. Okay, we'll do a quickie. Okay, so I see you at the Grammys. Now I see you here in Minneapolis. I'm convinced you're following me. What's going on?
Listen, okay, it's only stalking when the police get involved.
Dak, I have a very important question for you, and that is, where is your bow tie tonight? Now, you and Neo were just posing back there, album coming. What can we expect?
Neo was all over me trying to get me in the studio. I was like, bro, I'm busy, but if we have to, you know.
I hear we have some hardcore Eagles fans right here, huh?
Yeah, we do.
You know the Eagles chant?
I know the chant, I know the song, yeah.
Oh my gosh, okay. Now, I have been trying to find out what is the Patriots chant, because the Eagles have this E-A-G, the whole thing. What do the Patriots do when they want to chant?
I don't know. They're like, do your job, and it works.
No doubt about that. Hey, our thanks to Erin, and she'll be back with more from Minneapolis just a little bit later in the program. But right now, it's the segment you've waited for all season, our Super Bowl edition of the Grab Bag. The guys have no idea what's coming, so here we go. All right, what are your thoughts on the Eagles fan celebrations, Boom?
Well, I'll tell you what.
And Brandon?
In the stadium, they were great. Back in Philadelphia, they're scary. That's all I could say, and I'm just being nice about that.
Like I said, man, that's their number one weapon is their fans, especially at home. They're rocking. You know, it worked for them all year, so keep it going.
Just don't blow up your home city. You know what
All
I mean?
right,
Let's just
Phil
be nice
and Ray.
smart.
Phil was talking about this. If Malcolm Butler played, the final score would have been?
The Patriots would have won.
Stop it.
Why do you say that?
Would have won
That's
because
pretty definitive.
he came out of the game. It changed the whole sequence of their defensive backs. Everybody had to move positions. It's like taking, we lost our center, so let's move everybody down the line and move these guys over. And I thought it created a lot of bad
And the strength of their
matchups.
defense?
The strength of the Patriots defense is their secondary, because why? They have no pass rush. Now you don't have the pass rush to protect you. The defense is weakened by Malcolm Butler not being in there, and that's gave up easy plays.
I am not going to say one guy, Malcolm Butler, is going to change what happened in that game Sunday night. No way. Really?
Well, you can say that, but
there's no other. There's no other player. What other players on New England was going to make a play anyway?
Grab bag was supposed to be fun and positive.
Yes. He putting that pressure on. He going deep.
Hey, the guys back in the control room have got some legitimate questions you guys got to answer. All right, Brandon, let me come to you with a little fun then. Should a freezing cold city host a Super Bowl again?
Absolutely not. No. We want Miami. We want Arizona. We want Houston. We want somewhere in Cali.
Well, you know what? I had a great time in Minnesota, but, man, minus 18's a little rough.
That's rough.
You know, I'm not into
You know what
ice
made
fishing,
up
stuff
for
like
it, though?
that. Yes.
The hospitality.
Oh, the hospitality was great.
Oh, they are
Those
amazing.
people were sensational.
That stadium was amazing.
All right. Who had a worse drop in the game?
Oh, man. Tom Brady had a bad one, and it's because it's Tom Brady.
That's the worst one.
Look at this. Here's Brady's right here.
That's the worst.
The extension. It's Tom Brady.
Yep.
It's in the Super Bowl, but I have a worse one. It doesn't get any worse than this. Look at this. This guy falls. You know, Tom Brady played it off well. He had the facial expression.
Right.
You just laid on the ground.
That's just not what you do.
Because I thought I was going to get hit.
Hey, I love your honesty.
Well, wait,
Go
listen.
ahead.
You show it every year.
Yeah.
I told you the story.
Right.
My wife is sitting next to somebody, didn't know it was my wife. He goes, man, that SOB can't run, he can't throw, and now he can't. So there you go.
I was just going to say, you know, I sit next to you every week when you're here.
Yeah.
And I just wonder, like who's going to sit next to me? I mean, I never know what you're going to look like. You always look like somebody different. It's unbelievable. Take a look at this guy. You're not going to believe this.
So this is how we're going to end the season?
Yes.
Is this how?
Hey, that's
It's really Brandon. What's going on? There's like 5 of you, 6 of you, 7 of you. You're all over the place.
What's that family? The Partridge family?
Yes, exactly.
No.
Look at that.
Oh, man.
Hey, Brandon, and they talk about my part.
Yeah, right.
You know, but the
Brady Bunch.
fact of the matter is, you're versatile. You can do that.
When you have it, you got to use it.
You got to use it.
But you know, that first shot was because he was interviewing for the job. All right. Look here, Super Bowl weekend includes many marquee events, including the NFL Honors Program. And no recognition delivered last Saturday night serves as more inspiration than the annual Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. And none more deserving than this year's winner, Houston Texans defensive end J.J. Watt. His efforts not only raised hope, but more than $37 million in aid relief for those affected by Hurricane Harvey.
This award is called the Man of the Year Award, but I promise you it is so much bigger than just one man. This award is about the inherent good that lies within humanity. It is about the city of Houston and its ability to overcome adversity at a time when it all seemed lost.
While the thousands of individuals who sacrificed and gave to Houston in its time of need do deserve mention, we wanted to bring attention to one man who literally sacrificed everything. Clear Creek High School, just outside of Houston, Texas, and the extended Jordan family have a story to share.
On behalf of the Houston Texans Foundation and Houston Methodists, we want to recognize Coach Jordan as the
Coach of the Week is a great honor.
We commend him for making the ultimate sacrifice and showing us all the true meaning of selflessness.
Lessons for a lifetime, honorable. Reuben Jordan was an educator on and off the field for nearly 4 decades. His family and community embraced his efforts every day. This holiday season, they wanted all of us to recognize his gift.
He knew how to develop a relationship with kids, and he knew every kid, was different.
All the kids knew that he cared about them and that he wanted them to be successful.
That's what great coaches and great teachers do. They know how to reach kids that are on different levels.
He was honestly more than a coach to me. He was like a mentor, someone I looked up to. The confidence he instilled in me, I still carry that with me today.
Coach Jordan made track fun for me. He gave the love back to me.
He could tell if something was going on with the kid. He would get to the bottom of it and he would help them, so he was very supportive.
He was an individual that adopted families and bought food, bought gifts during the holidays. I mean, not only was he a teacher here at the local high school and a teacher on the football field, on a track field, he was a teacher outside of these walls.
Reuben believed the sport of football didn't build character, it revealed it. For him, that was more than a mantra. He lived it.
A monster named Harvey is creeping up on the Gulf Coast of Texas.
That day started off, I wasn't ready to hear any bad news.
The most powerful hurricane to hit the mainland U.S. since 2005, the year of Katrina.
Because I'm also a previous Katrina victim, Harvey already frazzled my emotions.
Having lived here the majority of my life, I've seen storm after storm after storm.
Up to 19 inches of rain has fallen in the city in the last 6 hours.
And I knew that this was going to be a big one, and at the conclusion of everything, it's the worst that I've ever seen.
Reuben, bless his heart, was terrified of water. And he used to tease our swimming coach and go, "Hey, Barbie, you really ought to give me swimming lessons because I can't swim."
He was out helping people, making sure people were safe. That's the kind of guy he was.
He was pulling them onto higher grounds.
He stood in that water and he helped those people and he let them go on the boat to wait for another one. And then...
Give me 1 second. It's tough. A great man. He'd always tell me, the best at what they do is the best at what they know. Being able to extend a helping hand to anybody in need without any hesitation is what's gotten him to establish the type of legacy that we feel and see today.
His legacy is everybody he's touched, every student, every athlete, every coach, every teacher, everybody that he's ever made an impact on, that's his legacy. This man put his life on the line and sacrificed it to save people so that this city can be a beacon of hope.
He was a man of trust. He was a man of loyalty. He was a man of character. He had kids come back all the time to say, "Thank you, Coach, for what you did. You made me into a man."
We're dedicated as a family and as a community to see that his legacy continues.
That's the plan, that's the plan. That's what I want to do. I want to try to
use everything he's taught me as a person. I want to use that to see if I can impact people just as much as he did. And if I can impact any amount of people, it'll be a victory for me and a victory for Coach Jordan.
Many thanks to the typical excellence delivered by our producer, Charlie Bloom. And clearly the impact of Coach Jordan was palpable as you listen to everyone talking there, and our heartfelt prayers and thoughts go out to the family of Coach Reuben Jordan and the entire Clear Creek High School community. And in the late Coach Jordan, we see the good side of football that has had such an influence on so many people, including the guys here who I have so much respect for whenever they cross the white lines. Coach Jordan, quite the man.
You know, our sport is amazing, you know, and this is a sad story, heartbreaking story, but an awesome story, and it's one that highlights what we're privileged to build and see every single day. Those life skills that we get a chance to build when we walk into the locker room and we're around our teammates and coaches. That's leadership. That's perseverance. You know, you don't get that. That's work ethic. You know, how do you pick yourself up? And, you know, just watching this story, I think you see all of that in there. And we see that every single day when we're on that football field. You know, and sports is just an amazing place. And sad, but, you know, those people are rallying around each other. And what J.J. Watt has done down in Houston has given a lot of hope and also given a lot of aid to people who really needs it.
You know something, guys, the locker room knows no color, right? There's only one color, and that's the color of our uniforms. We're a family. We all come together. And high school coaches all across the country in every sport, and it doesn't matter, it's not just football, but it's every sport. It's girls' sports as well as boys' sports. Bring all of us together, and they teach us the virtues and values of discipline and relying on each other and teamwork. And Coach Jordan exemplifies that. And I know every coach all across America who has seen that story right there knows exactly what that man meant to his community.
I tell you, when you think about Reuben Jordan's legacy, right? Because at the end of the day, no matter how much money, all these things you can do, it's the legacy on what you did for people.
Yeah.
Right? When your good book says, love thy neighbor as thyself. But then there's so many other things you can keep doing to give hope back to communities. And the only thing that shows me is the same thing J.J. Watt did. Is I just wish sooner or later enough of us come together as players to say, let's show every great story of the J.J. Watt story, because they are everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? Anything we do something wrong, oh my God, it's the biggest news. But man, there are guys that's in their communities that's changing lives. I just wish we highlighted that more, and Mr. Reuben showed that, and that's why his people are around.
You know, for me, it kind of shows you high school football coaches and teachers. I'm around a lot of them, always, over in New Jersey, and what an impact they can have on a young life, who in turn can go infect other people, but you affect their lives for forever. And I'll say this, for all high school coaches and teachers, they do a great job.
Most of them are father figures of people that's missing something, a very empty space.
Yeah.
Right? And for me, my high school coach many of them was that guy that when you look for a father, when you just look for a touch, all it is a touch saying it's okay. We'll figure it out, yeah.
And if I could say something about the four of you guys, because truly you guys represent the best of the NFL. I know personally all of you give so much of your time and effort raising money for charities and being involved in meaningful ways in the community. This past weekend in Minneapolis, I got a chance to be a part of the Legends Dinner, where Tony Dungy was being honored with the Pat Summerall Award, benefiting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, where the improvement in curing pediatric cancer has gone from 20% back in the early 1960s to 80% now, but that means 4 out of 5, one kid does die. What was impressive to me, and this doesn't get enough, as you said, Ray, attention, Mike Daniels, lineman with the Green Bay Packers, was so touched by what he saw, and they started off the auction at $25,000. He stood up and took the microphone, and he was tearful, and he said, no, let's start at 6 figures. I'm starting it at $100,000. Wow. And of course, they raised nearly $1 million in that one night. Wow. That's the NFL that I know, but the aberrant few get most of the headlines. I hear you. And from the bottom of my heart, for a lot of people, I thank each of you guys for what you represent, which is the best of the NFL. All right, folks, we turn now back to part 2 of Behind the Scenes with E! News correspondent Erin Lim.
What up, guys? I'm Erin Lim reporting from Super Bowl 52. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Minneapolis, except for it's 0 degrees. Yeah, it's one of the coldest Super Bowls in history, so thank goodness we are headed inside for the big game. The Patriots have just arrived. They're making their way into the locker room. Big question, where's Tom? I have not seen Tom.
Excuse me, guys.
The energy and the excitement in this arena right now is unmatched. If you could put it in one word for people at home watching, how would you describe it?
Insane. Because the Philadelphia Eagle fans are out of their minds.
I'm not rooting for either one of them. I hope if there was a way both of them could lose, I would be happy.
And is Brady GOAT?
Yeah, but dogs and birds like to eat some goat, and that might happen today.
Wow, okay, these guys are a lot bigger in person standing next to them on the field. Jeez. There he is! So cool! What's up, ladies? Hi! How are you? Good, how are you? 1, 2, 3, go Eagles!
This is some game. I can only imagine what you are feeling at home.
And Brady's played a phenomenal game, but the defense is it's leaking oil all over the place. And I'm a nervous wreck. I'm going to throw up. Seriously.
Brady back again. He steps up his head. And he fumbles the football, and the Eagles have it.
Oh my gosh! That's the game. That is the game right there.
And the game is over. The game is over. The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Let the celebration begin.
Aaron, thank you for excellent work there at Super Bowl 52. Hey, folks, you know what? We got to wrap up right now. Thank you, guys. Everybody showed up, right?
Yes, we're all good.
In the studio. Obviously, we love the audience for your support of Inside the NFL. One last thing to do. 10th year we've been doing Inside the NFL. Here's a stat for you. Only one guy has shown up for every show. That would be, we call him what?
Vin the Bookie.
Vin, come on in. Vin the Bookie. Come on in. You got it.
Sit down, buddy. Sit down.
Let me just, real quick, you got to make a quick sit down.
Only person to be here for 230 shows. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations. He's a huge Cowboys fan. Yes. Loves them. Always complains. It's always the worst.
Funny story, Phil. All my friends are Giant fans, and they all ask me, how is Phil Simms as a person? Because growing up as a Cowboy fan, I hated Phil Simms.
I can understand that.
And I said, after
still hate me.
No, that's the funny thing. After 10 years of working with this guy, he's not a bad guy after all.
We'll keep him.
Again, congratulations on the Hall of Fame induction coming up.
Absolutely.
Phil, you know what? We love you. There's no question about it. Brandon is here in person.
Always.
Boomer, Mr. Megatron here in New York City. Hey, folks, thank you so much. That's it for us. We thank you.
You got to go.
Let
Get
us
out.
into your homes each and every week.
Yeah.
We'll see you next season once again when we do Inside the NFL on
Showtime. New season, baby. All right, folks, we are counting down the moments to the biggest Sunday event of the year. It's the matchup we've all been waiting for, the big game.
It's fall. That's why he got shipped out of Miami. Foles.